Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. So right here I changed it slightly, this machine, so that instead of it going like this way, I put it so that it's going the other way. So it's going to go counterclockwise instead of clockwise. The reason for this is because when it finishes getting all the lava, I want it to go up, deposit the amount of tin it's going to need here. And now that I think of it, this probably is a useless item loader. No, actually, it's a useful item loader. Carry on. Anyways, gonna need to deposit it there, and I'm also going to need to get another item loader, I think, because 8 is not gonna cut it. So I'll find my other materials for another item loader, get some more logs, and then we can start this madhouse. It's a madhouse! Okay, I've retrieved the dispenser and the other thing required for the item unloader. Hopefully we'll get everything working, and we'll see how everything goes for now. Got enough cobblestone, got enough redstone, got enough of my general ineptitude, so I think we'll be good. So first things first, we're going to want to construct another piston. Something tells me I'm going to want to install logistics pipes soon, but I think I can save that for later. What is this? Probably 2 maze sticks, so let's get this. And we'll take 2 gears and we'll make another redstone engine. Do we have enough? Yes, we do. Okay, right here, and right here, and we got a redstone engine, and I think we have enough pipes for everything. Now, let's look down this line. We're going to want to deposit a lot of tin. So, tin into here, and I think it's going to want to be, well, we get 40 for the operation, so it's going to need to take 32 of the tin, deposit it right away. And let's see, this is probably going to need to be moved for now. We'll worry about the placement of all those rails later. This isn't even close to getting all 64 required. Actually, it's pretty close considering. So let's see. Probably want to get rid of those at some point. We're going to need an automatic crafting table. So we're going to need these gears. We got some extras, thankfully. And we'll put this around and actually make the table first of all, because that would be kind of useful. So, crafting table, wooden gears for an automatic crafting table, and we're going to need to have it so that all the items will come out of here and be crafted into a pipe that will be necessary. Okay, let's remove this temporarily as well. Want to get the items to go into one chest, get outputted into here. Let's not have bread there for a change. Get that there. If we have the chest here, we can have it automatically go out like that. Just continually use a redstone engine here. And let's see. If we have this go off of the wooden pipe, that'll go, and I think we're going to want to have one gate on this. The gate will basically say, okay, I want you to turn on when there are items in the inventory. That'll be good. So where is my other stuff? Do I have a wooden one here? No. And all my gates are over there anyway, so we might as well pull our gates. I think we'll just take half of the gates that we have right now, throw them into the other chests, and actually with the 4 that we pulled out, it'll be a half-half distribution, and that'll be good. So let's put these. This will need to go in here. We'll take this gate, make another set of wooden pipes. Here we go. Wooden pipes. And let's just place the one wooden pipe. We'll put this. And when there are items in the chest, because we'll have a double chest, we'll just have to get the chest first. So 2 chests. And here we go, 2 chests. And we're going to want to break open this first of all. so that we get everything going. And this is going to need to be stuck on the recipe for the tin. Oh, it seems like I pressed the wrong button and I couldn't actually hear myself talk when I checked on the recording. So, recap time. Stupid, stupid, stupid Way. Did I mention Way was stupid? Anyway, so all that I did was pretty much, marveled at the fact that you can actually shift click these off right now, which is a thankful improvement compared to what it used to be, which was bad. So I just am hoping that by putting the gate like this, it'll start being able to work how I want. Now I want this to actually filter so that it'll put 64 tin cells for the item unloader. Now, or loader rather. Now I'm hoping that this will be a bit better in the future. Now there's one more thing that I want to do, and which I added when I couldn't hear myself talk, which is not a welcome thing, and want to just put a simple output chest right here to grab all the items when everything's done. Let me just get that, and I think we're good. Okay, so just going through a quick recap of the system to make sure that everything's working properly. I'm going to want to make sure that this does not output any items other than where it needs to go. Input's good. Just have some more cells that need filling. And that's good. So when this goes, eventually it's going to go that way, but it's going to need to buffer off of that first before it starts because I have holding tracks and not the other type. So it'll go this way. It'll not unload anything first run, but it'll unload all the lava cells into this one. That'll start centrifuging. It'll pass all these. There won't be anything. And then on the second pass, it'll pick up some more. Then it'll pick up all the tin that's been here. Then it'll go to this unloader, unload 32 tin. Hopefully this will be slow enough to just start when all the tin is unloaded. The remaining tin and the gold, etc. will go into this unloader and be a bit better at it. Okay, so that's off. We probably don't need that. Now the only way to check if this is working is to have it run. Now we can't really have it run currently because we don't really have anything to really run on right now. Yes, that was really well said, Way. I applaud you. Good job. Now, I think the bottleneck in the system is pretty much the 50 minutes required for an entire stack using the magma crucible. That'll melt all the cobblestone. If I were to fix that or change it in any way, the bottleneck would become the other thing, the non-magma crucible. Yes, that is good. The non-magma crucible being the centrifuge. And maybe if I expand this system so it's larger or something, maybe then it'll be perfect. But right now I'm not really working too much on the perfection scale because that would be a little... Let's just say I'd be working very long on trying to get that achieved. So I'm thinking what I'll do is throw away, quote-unquote, all the stuff that I have here into their respective chests, work a bit on getting everything tidy, and then check on how our chrome dust is working, titanium rather, because I think it's almost time. Okay, looking here, it seems like all of our titanium dust is finally complete. So we got our 8 titanium dust. We're going to need to free all of this, and thankfully we have a lot of stuff left over. So got all that away with, and now what we're going to need to do is start centrifuging our ruby dust. Ruby dust and our redstone dust, because we're going to want to have... Okay, let's get our hydrogen cells. They're going to be useful for something, I'm sure. So we got also some aluminum, which we'll use later as well. So first things first, we're going to want to put our titanium dust in there and get some more chrome dust. Chrome dust will be through our redstone dust, which we have over here, but we're going to need, not redstone dust, through our ruby dust, and then we're going to need to also get some more redstone dust to work with it. Now, it don't think I have much redstone other than this, so maybe centrifuging for redstone is not the best idea. But we do have some extra redstone. I guess I can pull from these, and that should be good. And we definitely have some extra scrap, so worst comes to worst, we just have to do that. So let's throw this in. We're going to need to get some more tin cells, so let's make those. But in the meantime, we can throw our ruby dust in and still need some tin cells. Okay, do we have any excess tin cells other than this? Okay, tin cells, away we go. That got a good enough amount, and we're probably going to need 9 more in total, and obviously 4 is not going to be a good enough number for that. Now we should get the tin that we have over here. I think we have a nice healthy supply stocked away. So tin, get a bunch of tin cells, trademarked, and throw these into our centrifuges. I'm thinking 2 stacks should be a sufficient amount. So throw this in. Ooh, we're gonna need a lot more tin than that, may bucko. Where is my other redstone? I'm sure I had redstone. Oh, bugger. There we go, and that's not the proper location for that, so let's just get some more. Some excess, that'll be great. Take that out, put that in. We're gonna have to wait for the redstone. Now let's check the redstone, see how much it actually takes to go. It's probably gonna be one of the last ones. Rolling machine. Here we go. It's gonna take 1100 seconds for the pyrite and the silicon. Oh, we're getting some more silicon and enderite dust and ruby dust, and it'll take some more of our juicy energy, but I think we have enough energy, honestly. I think that will be good. So we're going to want to charge this as well, so that we'll have some get up and go instead of having it get up and gone, and work on some bee breeding. Now the bee breeding I'm going to want to spend a bit of time on while all these other machines are going at it, because, well, bee breeding, it's going to be awesome, time consuming, and there should be a lot of stuff to work on for an inept person like myself. Hopefully I won't be too inept, but you never know. And I can always just get a bunch of apiaries from the village over there. I'm actually going to want to pay a visit to said village to get everything going. Let's take those empty cells, put them in here for now. And what was I looking for? Yes, my jetpack. We'll need the jetpack for some other reason that I'm not too sure about, but I'm sure we'll use it. Now we're going to need to make a few things when we go for our apiaries. We're going to want a centrifuge for one. That's going to be one of the main things we want. But we're also going to want a dedicated carpenter, I do believe, to get all those frames that we will be requiring for apiary success. And we're going to need a bunch of propolis for it all to mesh together. So we're going to need to focus on some of that as well as different areas such as dark rooms, etc. for everything else. Now let's see what we have here. Currently we have just a bunch of bees. We got a few princesses and some marshy stuff going currently. It seems like this as well is very beeified. Beeified. Anyways, we got definitely a lot of common stuff, and we're going to want to analyze everything. So to be able to analyze all of it, we will need a nice room for everything to work in. Now, I don't think cobblestone will be the best bet in the end, though we are going to need a bunch of other stuff. Now, debating whether to make a new room for the apiary stuff or do just a wing in this Buildcraft Energy Bonanza. Speaking of which, 1,000 degrees. Hooray! We're at full speed ahead. And we're probably going to need more stuff like that. Okay, so I thought I saw a creeper for a second. I'll parse out this room, maybe get some blueprints going for it, and then see what we can do with it. Now, there's something I've been wanting to try, but I haven't really found the guts or courage or whatnot to get it. Let's take away this block, get our mushroom, and I'm going to take these bricks and actually make a pot. By making a pot, perhaps we'll be able to place the mushroom, and it might be still recognized as a mushroom. So let's get our flower pot right here, place it down, place a mushroom in it. I'm not sure how tuned that is, but we'll see with another one. Let's just take this out. Maybe we'll destroy the mushroom for now, put the pot there, and see how that goes. In the meantime, we can see if there's another marshy one that will be not so happy about it, and put it in here, and wait for them to stop. But in the meantime, let's place it somewhere. Okay, we're not going to place it anywhere. So, there are a few machines that we're going to need for this apiary room. And there are a few qualifications for the apiary room that we will need. We're going to need a lot of sunlight, which is going to be obvious. Well, duh. And we're going to need all the plants that will be there. Now, I'm thinking we'll just have a bunch of apiaries go right now in some sort of square ring, such like this. And that should be good. And we'll be able to automate the apiaries by having some stuff underneath. Maybe you can figure out a clever redstone way to show that, hey, we kind of need help here, etc. Okay, this can't go. Let's see if it goes now. Maybe if we move the plotted plants somewhere else, we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't go, we'll know there's a problem. And that marshy drone or queen combo seems like it's good for now. So, I'm thinking we're going to pay a visit to our village friends. This seems like it's actually going, so we should be good. I'll pay a visit to our village friends and try to barter up a bunch of our wood. We should be able to get a bunch of apiaries for that. Now, hopefully I think I'm going to lend or borrow some books at the same time. That should definitely get me stocked up enough for later skirmishes. So, I think the apiarist village is over there, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we are in our happy, quaint little village. There are some bees that haven't been kept, and there are some frames in this one. I don't think stealing it would be a good idea. I'm not sure what the villager will say, though I don't think it'll be anything nice. Now we're going to need to look around to see if there are... there's an apiarist village, sure. And this is going to be a lot of apiaries. Yes, apiaries, that's what those things are called. Now, let's see how many I can get before the trade is cancelled. Whereas he's going to want to start sparkling like a stupid vampire. I'm not sure what type of vampires sparkle, but it's never a good sign. And some odd potion effects. Couldn't you have just said, I have more trades for you? Okay, I can't get any more of that, but I can trade 2 wheat for a stringy comb? You have an amazing deal, my friend. And I'm going to want to bottle you up into some... Hey, come back here. If only I had some way to, pit you. There we go. Let's get you there and get you there. You won't come out for a while. Hopefully we'll be able to get to you later, because that seems like a good deal considering how much we're going to need. Let's go back to the village, or rather my village, and then see how we're doing. Now let's see, I think there's a spawning pad here, and yep, let's go. Okay, let's check on the potted plant, and yes, it does seem to be taking, so that's very good. This apiary is almost dead as well. So there's a few machines that we're going to need other than these apiaries, but let's actually get a few of them down so we'll know what we're talking about. I think having them spaced out might be a good idea, and apparently they're TNT, which is a little too explosive for my taste. But we got them down, and we have one spare for a later date. Now, these apiaries, eventually we're going to want to automate them, so I'm going to leave enough space to do so. I think underneath will be a good idea, but we'll see how it is. Now, we have some apiaries, but that's obviously not going to be the only thing we want. We're also going to want a centrifuge and a bee analyzing device. And we're also going to need a few more fun things. Now that's going to require copper ingots, which I'm a little low on, so I'm going to need to figure out how to do. And that burst into a lot of non-marshy, so I guess I know why. So we're going to need a centrifuge. We have a carpenter with a little creosote oil left, but we also have a squeezer, which I think will take. And we have another sturdy casing, so we can take that and save a bit in the copper department for our centrifuge. So here we are. Going to need a bit of energy as well. So let's get some of those energy conduits and hook up this building to some centralized power station. 5 is not quite enough, so I'll find some more obsidian glass and then go from there. Now, by having it powered off directly from the boiler, we won't have to worry about any sort of fancy energy cells or anything like that. It'll be basically a direct line from the boiler to our niceties that will be right here. Now, some of the things that we're going to need are a few. Now, gonna need a centrifuge and a squeezer as well as a carpenter. The carpenter will be used for the frames, which will also need string, which I wish we had some sort of hemp farm for that, because that'd be very, very, very useful in this case. So centrifuge will be centrifuging all of our bee ingredients. So we'll probably have that there for now, and we're going to need that. And our squeezer will be over here. I'm thinking I'll make it. We're probably going to have a few more machines, so we might as well just lay down all our pipe work and get all this stuff. So the squeezer will be taking all of our honey, and then it'll need to be used in 2 places. Now, squeezer would be for liquid honey, and we're not necessarily going to need liquid honey. Yes, we are, because liquid honey will be used in our carpenter, which will basically... No, seed oil is what's using the carpenter, and the squeezer will be for the seed oil. So this carpenter, I think I'm going to destroy and throw over here because it'll be in better use. So we'll have the carpenter and the squeezer working off of each other. That's going to be one of the uses. Now, we can either have it all in a line, or we can actually have like something where we put the items in. I'm thinking in a line for now, so we can do some manual work. So carpenter plus squeezer will be for the honey and seed oil, and that'll be for the frames. Yes, okay. Got it now. So carpenter there, squeezer there. We're just going to need to get all of those nice lovely things over here, so that we'll get just enough for this. And probably going to want one more. Move that to the side slightly, just put this here and this here. And now we have energy. This carpenter will be useful. We'll just need to take out the fuel by, not the fuel, you know what I mean, the seed oil. And it'll be in a sense that it won't take too much. So we have stone, we got the waterproofing, we should have some wooden pipes as well, probably in this chest over yonder. And once we get the wooden pipes, we'll be good to go. Might as well take a bunch of them. No point otherwise. Okay. So, wood, stone. And I'm going to go ahead and use an Arctic gate. And basically just start pulling out all the items or fuel, liquid stuff from here, and we'll be good to go. Not have to worry about a bulky engine, so we'll just have when there is item in the inventory. Sorry, when it has work. Wait. No, is it has work? Yes. No, not quite. When it has work, it means it'll just take stuff, but when it's not like that, maybe you can have an engine or something. Or just the... Okay, when there's items in the inventory, we'll continue. Let's try to think something out. When the liquid is in the tank. So when there's liquid in the tank, we'll pull stuff and it'll go into the carpenter instead, with which we'll use all those fancy logs that we have. We'll throw our other Arctic gate over here so we don't use it because it's going to be, well, important later on. I'm not sure when that will be, but I'm sure it will come to use. So now we're going to need to grab 2 of the stuff that we've been farming for quite a while. We're going to need to grab some of our seeds. And we're going to not put that gravel there. We're going to actually take a bunch of our wood as well. So let's take a stack, but we can't take any more. We can. Let's just go with that. Now we'll be one step closer for our proven frame. So first of all, we're going to want our oak in this pattern. Put the items in. And first of all, we're going to want the squeezers to start working, taking all of the seed oil from here. And we are starting to work on impregnated sticks. Now the beauty of this is that when this is full, it won't pull out anymore, so we won't have to worry too much in the future. And we'll have a nice buffer supplies at least in the squeezer for everything. Now if we turn it to tank full, it'll mean that it'll wait for this entire thing to be full before it outputs. Now I don't think there's any point in doing that, so just putting it like so will be good for our impregnated sticks, with which we'll be able to throw into our apiary. I'm thinking we can test out the Arctic gate later on by actually having some redstone iron chipsets. So let's see, can we combine this to an iron one? Let's check. No. An iron Arctic gate will probably require a bit more. So, AND gate, assembly table, and that's going to just be, okay, we need, no, that's not how it is. Okay, so we need to have a pulsating chipset with it, basically combine it with the gate, and we pretty much just have kind of a useless gate. Well, useless in the type I was thinking of. But anyway, so we have centrifugeable stuff, so we might as well start centrifuging. So this honeycomb we'll get, and we'll check, and that isn't doing anything, is it? No. It sees the mushroom, but doesn't really see it. That's deep, man. That's really deep. Okay, centrifuging, honeycomb. We'll get some beeswax and some honey drops, but we're going to want to analyze our bees. So we're going to need to have a bee analyzer to be able to do that, which will require a diamond, tin, and some glass panes, as well as 2 bits of water. So that means we're going to need another carpenter to do so. So carpenter requires bronze and sturdy casings, which will basically use the remaining of my copper, but that's not too much of an issue, I guess. Okay, let's see if there's more copper for us to get, and then we'll go on and start analyzing stuff. Huh, apparently this liquid transposer stalled because I somehow took off the right side. So now that we got this working, we'll be able to actually see how it's working. At least temporarily, just watch it. Okay, let's wait. We only have a bit left. Ah, fudge, of course there's going to be 3 more. Okay, so case in point, don't have things switched off. That might be a good thing to have, reminding. Okay, so moving onwards, it seems like the flower is not taking the mushroom, so that is not going to be a proper way to get the marshy to actually work. But we can probably have some dedicated apiaries to do so at a later date. Now, what was I working on? Ah, yes, I threw some copper in here. We can start refining it into a bit better of well, use. And then we can make our carpenter actually have a dedicated carpenter compared to the one that's not so dedicated, because, you know, can't hold a stable family or anything like that. The darn things. So let's see, ruby dust, that's good. We got some silicon dust. I'm thinking what we'll do is just take this and get the pyrite dust and see how well that goes. So just centrifuge that, throw everything else into our chests over here, and we'll be good to go. Now let's get our copper. Why, thank you very much. I am much obliged. And then just make our nice stuff over here. We might as well. Okay, so let's get a few cans as well. Just get a bit of water for it. Not going to need much in the way of water. Probably just 2 little bits. And then just throw our dedicated carpenter down. Throw our 2 water in, and now we're going to need to fetch a diamond from somewhere. We'll probably have to dig for a diamond, which will suck. Don't tell me. Well, folks, I am out of diamonds, which is a bit of an annoyance. Guess I can go out and find a diamond. Meep. Actually found a single diamond, which I am kind of happy and sad about at the same time. More sad than happy, but oh well, what am I going to do? Just cry in a corner or something? Probably. That's probably what I'm going to need to do. So we're going to want to get our glass panes in the butt. And I probably made more than my fair share of glass panes by now, so I'll try to be more forthcoming about it. Okay, so here we go. I think 2 like this. Now let's actually place it. Redstone. Place. Left click, not right click, unfortunately. And what is it? 10. And then we'll have a bee analyzer. It won't take too much time, I guess. But it'll be worth it, and we'll have some stuff to show. Now, this marshy queen, I think we're going to move, as well as this potted plant, because you didn't do anything, you big fat liar. And how are we going to get that back in? Oh, gosh, how am I going to do it? I guess I'll just have to go in through a stealthy approach, such as a wall. And you cannot place. Ah, come on. Am I gonna have to go like that? Pray please? There we go. Not sure why that's the case. But oh well. We'll take that off, we'll take that off. Sorry, that off. And we'll be good to go. We can just move our marshiness over here. What? Oh, it's over here. Oh, phew. It was in my inventory the entire time. Okay, now that we got that, we'll take a bunch of our common strain. Hopefully we'll be able to integrate it into the population. There we go. Let's make sure we don't make another one, because that would be a big royal pain in the arse. And here we go. Let's see. Get a grab full of common. and we're going to do some analyzations with what we have right now. Okay, so first of all, the queeniness. Honey drop, common princess. Okay, it's common and marshy. And it seems there's a temperature tolerance. That's not too bad. Whatever the 7 generations in captivity means is beyond me. Do we have any other queens? Yes, we do. Princess I, rather. Throw this in. And it's another marshy. Now, how is this in comparison to this? Does it require flowers? This one will prefer because it has flowers. So we'll throw this in, but we're going to need another flowers purebred. This is mushrooms, which kind of sucks. And this is common and meadows, but it's not purebred, but we'll throw it in for now. Probably a better way to expedite this process, but I think we're good for now. We're going to need to get some more boomstick here later on, and that'll be good. Got our squeezer squeezing, and we'll just have to figure out what to do with all of this nonsense. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. Thank goodness I managed to get out before the lagness. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Oh my gosh, it's getting bad. Have a wonderful day.